campaign for the Republican nomination really in medians, in the middle of traffic, which is where we're sitting. There are many, many signs and many, many candidates. The best sign, inarguably, is this sign right here. America needs Buddy. Inarguable and artfully presented, really in the Rachel Maddow show colors. That's the best sign.
America needs a buddy, even if it's not in the Rachel Maddow show colors. As the Rachel Maddow show's executive producer, Bill Wolf, points out so very astutely there, standing in that median at sunset, you cannot argue with the buddy message in good times or in bad. Unfortunately, though, for Republican presidential candidate Buddy Roemer, now 0 for 18 when it comes to being asked to participate in nationally televised debates. A lot of Americans have so far preferred buddying up to the likes of Ron Paul or Rick Santorum or Michelle Bachmann over the 4-term U.S. congressman and former governor of Louisiana. On our way to the Rick Santorum campaign stop in Dublin, New Hampshire today, I asked the Concord Monitor's editor, Felice Bellman, why it has been so tough for Mr. Roemer to get traction even as a protest candidate.
I will say there's this woman who is one of my most regular letters to the editor writers. I hear from her all the time, all week long. She can't not write a letter to the editor. And she's a Democratic activist, and she's involved in Democratic politics in her town. And the most shocking thing I've heard from her this year is she has switched from her Democratic registration to undeclared solely so she can vote for Ron Paul because she cares so much about getting out of Afghanistan.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if she speaks for anybody but herself, but she's really disappointed with Obama and willing to say so publicly, which is unusual, you know. And she wants to use space in my paper every 3 days to tell people to vote for Ron Paul. It's interesting.
As a protest candidate,
yeah.
Essentially as a protest candidate.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot she likes about him. She also, you know, she likes Buddy Roemer, who's somebody that the people who watch national TV shows probably don't hear that much about. But, you know, his whole thing, he hasn't gotten much airtime. I don't think they're going to let him in the debates.
Oh, boy, has he got airtime with me. I've got like a Buddy Roemer standing order on my. He's gonna. I'm hoping he's going to be on our show tonight.
Yeah.
But he's the only candidate. He's the only Republican candidate who will talk to me. Maybe we'll get Rick Santorum today. You never know. But yeah, Buddy Roemer is capturing people's attention who are people who are policy motivated. I think.
Yeah.
He's got a really strong message on money and politics.
But a lot of those people are not Republican Party voters, you know. So they may. That's a protest vote. That might be a Democrat or a true independent choosing a Republican ballot just to say, I want campaign finance reform. But I don't know that that's a big enough number of people that it's going to turn into anything.
Yeah. Joining us now, Republican presidential candidate Buddy Roemer. Governor Roemer, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Rachel. Glad you have me again. Third time. Now, that's a record.
And now you know I talk about you behind your back, and that's what it sounds like. What do you make of the Concord Monitor editor there saying that you have made this very substantive point on money and politics as the sort of cause of your campaign, but she's saying that does not appeal to Republican voters, maybe to independents, maybe to some Democrats. Republicans don't want to hear it.
How do we know? I've not been invited to a single national debate. Now, I'm the only person running who's been a congressman and a governor. Not only was I a governor, I was a governor in a state with high unemployment, crumbling infrastructure, a corrupt system where the current governor bragged about taking money, no problem. I limited my money, no PAC money. I mean, I have the experience of what I think America needs. Now, let me be careful. I don't know that America needs me, but I'm the only person running who begins with the key to unlock success. No more special interest money, no more corruption. Let President Obama put out his program, not the special interest. Let President Roemer put out his program, not the special interest. We need balance. We need disclosure. We need cleanliness. I'll say this. This campaign's not about ideas. Have you listened to them? It's about money. It's about money. It's about money. And they get it from insurance companies, pharmaceutical companies. How the hell are you going to have health care? They get it from those oil companies and ethanol companies who have a stake in energy. How are you going to be energy independent and be environmentally clean? I challenge my party. Stand with plain people. not with privileged people on Wall Street. And let's turn this country around.
People who are seeing you right now for the first time, who haven't seen you the other couple times that I've spoken to you, haven't seen you at the debates, when they hear that diagnosis from you about what's wrong, what is the Buddy Roemer solution to that they will remember even if they've never seen you before? How do you fix it?
Say no to the PACs, eliminate the super PACs, disclose all money that you collect when you run, do it every 48 hours, not every 120 days, have criminal penalties for those who violate. Don't let the lobbyists bring a check. They can bring an idea, but no fundraising. You can clean it up, Rachel, and you can do it constitutionally. Read Citizens United. Money is speech. Okay, but it also says that the biggest threat to our country is corruption and the appearance of corruption. And so super PACs have to be independent. You cannot name me a super PAC that's independent. I mean, John Huntsman's father gives all the money to his super PAC, and he hides the fact. Mitt Romney has 2 super PACs. Rick Perry has 7. Barack Obama has 2, and they're all run by campaign managers or former chiefs of staff. It's not right. The first step, whether it's jobs, immigration, foreign policy, oil addiction, the first step is campaign reform. The first bill I'll have is HB1, campaign reform. And you say, well, you can't pass it, buddy. If you can win with an average contribution of $50 and have 5 million people stand with you, you'll win this race. But I've got to get on a debate, Rachel. Now, look, I don't usually complain about this system, but the money runs deep in ways that go beyond campaign contributions. They run a big media, big corporations. They control who we get to vote on for president. Do you think you can be elected president, Rachel, and not be on a single debate? In the 21st century, it's not possible. I've been shut out of every darn one, and I wonder why. And you know, the rules changed, Rachel. At first, I wasn't an announced candidate. I announced at Dartmouth in August. Then it's, you need 1%. I got 1%. Then you need 2%. I got 2%. Then you need to raise $500,000. Is that the way we pick a president? How much money he raises or she raises? It's not right.
Governor Buddy Roemer, the former governor of Louisiana, former U.S. congressman, candidate for president, not invited to the debates, but a man who has pressed this cause and this issue, I think, farther than anybody expected you to at this point in the campaign. I know that you have planned a major announcement for your campaign tomorrow. I also know better than to ask you to preempt yourself tonight, but I want to let everybody know that's coming, and we're looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow, sir.
See you tomorrow, Rachel.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, buddy.
And that bar later tonight.
Yes, we will be at that bar. That's right. All right.